say the team from Queens versus the NYC team. You know what I mean? Because the only borough that loves the Jets is Queens. Everybody else loves the Giants. You know that. You know that. But yeah, I think the Jets got some love in Staten Island as well too. You know what I mean? Y'all don't even know this. Wu-Tang's favorite team is the Giants. They'll say it's split in half, but Wu-Tang, they are Jets fans, bro. They are Jets fans, straight up. I didn't know that until I saw them all in Jets gear one day. And that's because the bridge, Staten Island, all that stuff. And, they always feel like the Jets are the forgotten football team. They feel like they're the forgotten borough. So it makes a lot of sense. Queens is the newest borough of the 5 boroughs, and it was supposed to be the fancy borough for a long time. So, they gave him a team here at Shea after the Giant Jets left the Polo Grounds in Uptown Manhattan and went to over to Queens to go play over there. The Giants used to play in Yankee Stadium, so that's why everybody plays in Yankee Stadium is New York's team. So you know how it goes. But little history lesson on the Jets and the Giants, real quick. I just love the history of these two teams when it comes to football because they really were teams with no homes. And then everybody asks, why do they play in New Jersey? Because you cannot put a football stadium in New York City. You just cannot. It's just going to be too difficult. It's really too difficult. It's already bad enough that City and Yankee Stadium take up so much of a block. Y'all have to understand New York City is not that big. Like, it's a lot of people, but it's not a big place. That's the whole thing, unless you want to put the stadium on an island somewhere. You know what I mean? Everybody rides a ferry there or something like that. But all in all, this one's easy for me, Jeff, to talk about because I feel like the Jets are the most overrated situation in the NFL, straight up, just because they were on Hard Knocks. Even with Aaron Rodgers, they would have been 3. They probably would be 3-3 right now. And them being 3-3 might be the luckiest 3-3 that you've gotten all year long. Okay, because the Eagles game, the Eagles literally handed it to them. The Bills win. The Bills literally just quit at the punt return. They just said, well, we're going to give up because they're just not going to let us win the game tonight. All right, so we don't care no more. And then their only real solid win was against the Broncos, and they had to come back from behind for that one as well, too. I'm not sold on this, man. And I think Robert Saleh is the most overrated coach in the NFL. Just because you're a good cheerleader doesn't mean you're a great coach. Okay, bro? Sorry. You know what I mean? Just because you're quick to go hug one of your players after he does something great, like a Pop Warner coach or something like that, it doesn't estimate you to being a good coach, okay? It doesn't even – you don't even come near to being a good coach or a good head coach. Guys like that are coordinators, Jeff. I'm sorry. They're just coordinators. You're not a good coach. You're not a good head coach. Sorry. And Brian DeBall, same thing. He's not really that great of a head coach either. But Brian DeBall, for some odd reason, reminds me of the super fan that they gave a job to that kind of knows what he's doing in a sense. And I think that the Giants turned the corner last week against a really good Commanders team, to be honest with you. And I know you say really good Commanders team. The Commanders are a good team. It's just they got to figure some things out, man. That's all it is. If they had one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, they probably would have lost one game by now. That team competes. That's the whole thing. To me, if you compete, you're a good team, Jeff. Wouldn't you agree?
100%.
I'm like, man, dude's just leaving me hanging and stuff. I know I'm talking a lot, but damn. But all in all, I'll get to my point. But I just think that, teams that compete, you got to give them their props. The Commanders compete. We'll get to them in a second when we talk about their game. But this is a good game. It's always fun with the Jets and the Giants. But I really, truly think that the Giants turned the corner last week. And everybody has to understand, it doesn't matter if Daniel Jones plays. As long as Saquon's out there, they have a chance. They have a chance. It doesn't matter. And let's keep it real. Tyrod's been better the last 2 weeks than Daniel Jones been all season. So I'll go ahead and I'll take the Giants plus 125. But I know Daniel Jones is coming back this week to try to ruin everything. But we got Saquon there, so we'll be fine.
The backyard brawl. The resurgent Jets, who have two big wins under their belt. Don't forget, they beat the Bills, which now doesn't look as good opening week, and then of course knock off the undefeated Eagles. Now travel here. I like what I'm seeing with Tyrod. I wish Daniel Jones would be pushed aside. Again, Barkley's back, but I talked about this player drafted wide receiver rookie from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt, who has slowly been emerging, and two catches for 77 yards last week. And that is a big part of their offense moving forward. Someone that can take the top off. You got a Barkley, they got a pinch in tight. You have other wide receivers there, Wandell Robinson. You got the tight end Darren Waller. The defense slowly working itself back in. I grabbed the points. I bought the hook. I took the Giants plus the 3.5 here. Even if it lands on 3, we cash. My true number is Jets -3 with a 36. Now 3 with a 36.5. I'm going to go to the basics here. I like the Giants to win outright where your eyes are. I'm going to go Giants 2017 outright, Pops, but we took the 3.5 as a safety.
Yeah, you want the insurance, man. I don't care. I'm going right into it head first. Giants, you go up in there, you show them who runs New York City. You already know. You the NFL team, they the AFL team. Remember who you are. You play for the varsity, they play for the JV. And I'm wearing a green shirt too. That's just irony of the situation. So